Hello children, your very own Rabbu ma'am, your science teacher, welcome you for the second term session. So here today we are going to begin with second term portion children. And how are you going to maintain your notebook? If you have sufficient number of pages in your old notebook, then make a section. Suppose half of the notebook is left, then the middle of the notebook make a section, write second term in one of the page, then make index again, write today's topic, today's date of the session, and then begin writing. And if there is not sufficient number of pages and there are very less number of pages, like 3 or 4 pages left, then you can start writing in the new notebook. You have to make index again over there and fill all the details of the topic and all, date and everything in the index, and write today's topic and start writing for today's session. I hope this is very clear with everyone. So there should be no issue of where to start writing for the second term. And please maintain the second term properly so that it's easier for you to keep track of the second term portion and for easier for you to recap your concepts. Let us begin with the new topic today for the second term, acid, bases and salts. So please take down part 1, acid, bases and salts. You are going to write in the index, write the heading of the chapter on the first page where you are going to begin the chapter. Now introduction, I am going to again mention in the video where you are going to write points, and when I am not mentioning it means you are not going to write. So the points which I'm telling you to write in the notebook, you please do write. Please maintain the notes in your book so that easier for you to learn concepts, recap concepts. Introduction. In daily life, we use large number of edible substances such as lemon, baking soda, tamarind, common salt and vinegar. Acid, bases, and salts are the three important groups of chemical substances that are used by us in different ways. So, do you all agree to this? We use so many things in our day to day life, and majorly, or what all substances, edible substances which are using in a day to day life, they're majorly classified as or categorized as acid, bases, and salts. And here in the picture you can see the pH scale. This is the pH scale, which is very helpful to us to decide how things are going to react in a body. pH, the pH level in a body is extremely important. So this we'll discuss in the later part of the chapter. Just an introduction of the chapter here. Now we are going to begin writing from here. What are acids? Let us see. Curd, orange juice, vinegar, they all taste sour due to acids present in them. The chemical nature of such substances is acidic. So substances which taste sour to us, some example over here given. You have vinegar, you have lemon, you have curd, there are so tamarind, so many day-to-day life, or you have tomatoes, so many edible things in your day-to-day life, they taste sour to us. That means they have some amount of acid, some type of acids in them. The acid in these substances is called as natural acids because they are naturally present, like lemon sour in taste because of citric acid. You have lactic acid in milk, so they are naturally present. And acid has been derived from a Latin word acides, which means sour. Acides means sour. Please take this down, children. Acids can be natural, can be found in plants and animals, and they are always weak acids. That's why they are edible. We are eating those fruits, uh, oranges, all those fruits which are acidic in nature, which have acids in them, they are mild acids. They will not affect our body, and that is edible. Vinegar is an acetic acid, so vinegar is again edible. So even if we eat, we consume them, it is not going to affect our health because they are mild acid and it is edible. Now, example here: lactic acid, acetic acid, they are all weak acids. And what are artificial? They are man-made. They are made in the lab, and they are strong acids. What are strong acids over here? HCl, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. Okay, so these are called, they are called artificial because we are preparing them in the lab. Please take this down, children, in your notebook. I hope you are writing. Take down this. We will have a clear picture of the nature of the acid now. An acid is a chemical substance that has a sour taste. Many food items such as lemon, curd, vinegar, orange, they all taste sour because of the presence of acid in them. Acidic substances are the substances that contain acid in them. So, what are acidic substances? Acid will definitely behave like an acid. For example, you have acetic acid, citric acid, hydrochloric acid. But what about the substances which have acid in them? Even they will behave like acids. That's why they are called as acidic substances. So, acidic substances are the substances that contain acid in them. I hope this is clear with you. And natural acids are the acids that occur in nature. For example, acid found in fruits are natural acids. So fruits what all you have sour taste because of some acids in them, they are naturally present and they are called as natural acids. So substance by itself can be an acid, or they can behave like an acidic substance. Okay, so please take this down, children. Bases. A base is a chemical substances that has a bitter taste and a soapy texture. So all the soaps majorly has some amount of base. Some amount of soapiness is only because of the base present in them. A basic substance is present in them. All the soap, they are very soapy in nature. The soapy texture is all because of the major component of any soap is a base. Bases are found in different substances such as bleach, ammonia, washing powder, and soap. Bases are also called alkaline. Okay, please take down. They are also called alkaline. And basic substances are the substances that contain base in them. So, what are basic substances? They will have some amount of base. So that means if they are soapy to touch, even if they are not base, but if they have some amount of base, they will behave like a base, and that substance will become a basic substance. I hope this is very clear with you, children. So, like for example, you have baking soda. Baking soda behave like a mild base, so that is basic in nature. Though baking soda itself is not a base, but baking soda behave like a mild base, therefore it is a basic substance. Baking soda which you add in pakoras, which you add in cake, that behave like a mild base. I hope this is very clear with you. We'll go ahead. Bases. For example, you can, if you have missed out some point, you can take it from here. You can take down example from these slides. They're not sour, they're bitter, soapy to touch, and they're also called as alkali, or they're alkaline, or they can be called as alkalis. Some example over here, you can take down potassium hydroxide. You can see in the picture over here soap, and see how potassium hydroxide looks like in the lab. You can see this ammonium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide. They all are bases. They are actually bases. Now, please take down this table is extremely important for you because here you are going to see all the acids they occur in nature. Name of the acid and where they are found. Acetic acid, found vinegar, formic acid, and sting. Citric acid, citrus fruits such as oranges, lemon. Lactic acid, curd. Oxalic acid, spinach. Ascorbic acid, that is vitamin C, in amla, in citrus fruits. Tartaric acid you can find in tamarind, grapes, unripe mangoes, etc. Please take down this table. These are all naturally occurring acids. Please take this table. Now you will see some base and where they are found in. Make this table. Calcium hydroxide, lime water, that means CaOH twice, which you have learned. Ammonium hydroxide in window cleaner, sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide in soap, and magnesium hydroxide, milk of magnesia, that is a mild base used to cure the acidity of the stomach. That is, it is used as antacid. Gelocil and all, they have some amount of base. Similarly, you have milk of magnesia to treat indigestion problem of the stomach. That is, you have too much of acidity, then you have milk of magnesia. This is a mild base, and milk of magnesia is a mild base which is used to help in indigestion of the stomach, and it is used as antacid. Thank you, children. I hope you will have done the table. Please take down all the points which are discussed in the sessions. They are extremely important for you to maintain the notes, to keep track of the concept which you are learning. Thank you and have a wonderful day.